Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Martha, Vintage Conversation, and I'd like to welcome you. We look at some things that I've picked up at the Goodwill, thrift stores, estate sales, flea markets, that sort of thing. Stuff that's been tossed out even sometimes. You never know what we're going to find or where we're going to find it. So, I just have a few things for you today. And the first things I have come from the reseller meetup that we had in Roundtop, Texas. If you haven't seen that live haul video hosted by Carolina Princess Sweet Treats and Pretties, that had myself and Vintage Uprising Texas, that's Tammy. If you haven't seen that, you can pop over to Carolina Princess and take a look at that video. I will try to remember to put a link at the end of this video, and it will definitely be in the description. So I hope you will go over there and look at that and take a look at both Beth's channel and Tammy's channel. They both have some really good content. So let me show you the last few things that I have, I think, from that trip that I didn't get a chance to show you. Now, Beth bought a bunch of cards, but she bought, she bought regular size cards, but she bought a lot of the small cards too. I bought just regular size cards. This is a set of cards that has the Clydesdales on, the Budweiser Clydesdales, which was very interesting to me because we have a large Budweiser plant on our side of Houston, and as a child we used to go there for tours, and they even had bush gardens there, and we would go and see all the birds and things like that. It was very exciting back then, very exotic. We loved it. So I have these, and then I have a set in this nice box as a souvenir of the Ozarks. On the back it says, finest quality playing cards, souvenir of the Ozarks. And these were made in Japan. And they just come in this nice little box. Let me grab one here. Just, you know, playing cards. They're probably a little thinner than what you see nowadays, just because they are older and vintage. And I got a set of AAA service through the years. American Automobile Association is what AAA is. I never even thought about what it was, but look at that graphic. Look at that car. East Coast, maybe? Pacific Northwest? I don't know. But very lovely. I just loved that graphic. For me, that was a must-have. Then I got this set in a plastic case with the bird on it. And these came from Canada. They're Graphica, plastic coated. And they're from Sherbrooke, hope I'm saying that right, please don't get mad to my Canadian neighbors. Sherbrooke, Quebec. These have not been opened, they're still sealed in their protective plastic. I liked they had a nice plastic case on them. And then the last set was a double pack that was business advertising. One deck of the cards is the graphic with the house. Isn't that lovely? And the other is with the business logo, and they are Gallagher Kaiser. And they had this nice case. I recall when I was little, we played cards with cases. When we played cards with cases like this, they used to have a little divots on them like this, right here and here on both sides, so that you could deal and play right out of the plastic deck. I'm looking for my cards. What do you think I dropped? Take a guess. 2 cards. Pick the suit. Hearts, diamonds, spades, or clubs. What do you think it was? Queen of Hearts and 3 of Spades. I don't know. Does that mean anything? And then the last thing I got at the Antiques Week up in Roundtop at the Warrenton Bar W Fields was this little shelf. It's for thimbles. Now, I'm assuming if you had other little tiny things that you could put them in there too, but to me, thimbles would be the best. And I do have a few thimbles, and they're all put up somewhere because they're so small. I don't want to, you know, display them just sitting on a shelf. I'm afraid they'd get lost. So yeah, now I can put this up. Now the problem is it doesn't have anything to hang it with, so I'm going to have to get my very talented hubby to attach something so that it will go against the wall. And I don't think this is anything super old or anything, so maybe we'll just drill a hole right through the top and mount it that way. I don't know, I have to wait and see what he says. But G is pretty crafty, and so I'll go with what he says. Oh, but just to do it, so thanks again. Alright, now a couple of these things I'm fixing to show you I found last summer when I was on vacation and did some thrifting, and somehow they fell through the crack. I don't know. I think this is kind of an amalgamation of several different trips to things. But these were interesting, and I picked them up. I remember things like this back in the 90s. Let me show you. It's for making your own earrings. Fabric covered earrings. Or I suppose if you were creative, you could, you know, use something else. But I got 2 packages of them. So, it says craft ideas, making doll eyes, animal eyes, pillow centers, button pictures, button trivets, earrings. So, I got 2 packs of these vintage doodads. And let me see. Now this guy was very interesting. It says Japan. Let me see. There we go. It's pottery. And look, when it was created, it was inset. Now, let me look at it and let me describe it and tell you what you're seeing, and then you'll probably be able to see it a little bit better. The outer portion here is a tree. Comes down to here. Tree branches stretch down either side. And inside, there's a little house to like maybe indicate a little house in the woods or something like that. See it in there? But I just thought that was the most interesting thing. I'd never seen anything like that. And it's when you feel down inside of it, it was all, you know, molded at one time, and I just thought that's different. That's very different. It has a kind of variegated, striated brown glaze on it with the 2 handles. Little footed basin, bottom, that's sort of little footed bottom. So, thought that was different. And let's see. I got these 2 little guys last summer. They're both Occupied Japan, and you've probably seen them. They're in the Occupied Japan book. But they're in really good condition. I think this one just says Japan on it. Let me make sure, you know, me and my other eye. This one says Japan and something else under it that's kind of rubbed out, and this one just says Japan, but they were both in my Occupied Japan book, so I don't know, maybe they were a carryover. I don't know. I don't know if that's good or bad that I have them saying that as opposed to what they're listed in the book, but they're definitely old, and I really liked them. It was my first, no, it was my second piece, but I never expected to find the couple together that went together like that. I figured I'd find them separated. Okay, now what? Let's see. Oh, I found this, and I don't even remember where I found it at. It's a little set. These little tiny teacup. That bird, lusterware, with the bird on it. Isn't that pretty? A peach luster. And made in Japan is what it says. I have 3 cups. It's right there. I have 3 of the cups, but I have 4 of the saucers. So, and I can't remember where I got these, but I do remember searching to try to find the 4th saucer, the 4th cup, and I just could not find them. And they're just some pretty, it's a pretty little bird on that lusterware. I'm assuming they are well, you know, I saw something about people were assuming small ones were child's tea services, but they were actually something else, and I can't remember what it is. Maybe y'all remember, but it has a creamer. And it has the sugar bowl, which has a lid, but it's stuck inside and I haven't been able to get it out yet. So, something else I have to hand over to my very handy hubby, who's good at that sort of thing. Unlike me, I'm not very good at that sort of thing. Oh, wait a minute. Did I show you this on that live haul? Maybe I did. I don't recall. My little ballerina with the gold crown and gold toe shoes. Isn't she sweet? She's just precious. She is precious. And she is Japan. You know, these stickers are always so small. I always figure I'm holding them upside down to you and you're going, ooh. But I think I had that one right. Yeah, I can't remember if I showed you this. It's a little pink tutu and a little crown on her head. I got her up there at the Antiques Week. Now, I know the rest of these did not come from there, so let's see. Oh, wait, there is something that came from there. Figures. I had stuff inside of it. I couldn't see it. That's why. It's not my fault. It is. This glass, I don't know. Is it a small bread basket? Is it a large celery dish? Is it a big candy dish? I don't know. It's got a basket weave like pattern on it. Right here, through here, is rough glass. It's rough. You can see it's got a little damage. That's not damage. That's tape. It's tape residue right there. But it's just got a little rough glass right there. But everything else looks good. And since I bought it for me to use for Christmas displays, I don't have to worry about that offending anybody. But it is a nice raised basket pattern. Smooth on the inside, but a nice raised basket pattern. And see, it's pretty long. So I thought maybe it was, I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's glass. Now, shoot me if that ain't the last thing, because I think that's the last thing now. These I got at an estate sale I went to in the spring, and I know I have more things from this that I'll show you some other time. I didn't bring them in here. I have some of the Jim Shore Angels, the big ones. I got those there, but I got a little set of these SO salt and pepper shakers, the plastic ones. And it says something on the back. It says, oh, it was an advertising piece too, huh? Good grief, that is so small. Let me just try it like this. Okay, Sealy's Service Station. Something, Morella, Maine. Oh, I think it's supposed to be corner of Morella and Maine. Morel and Maine. And the phone is T200. There you go. Baytown, Texas, which is just east of me. And so it's very cool to find these from a service station so close to me. And I bought this from an estate sale in Baytown. So now, what else? I went to, where did I get this? I think, you know what? I got this at that same estate sale. Look at this wooden recipe box. Look at those. Look at that. These painted graphics. Isn't that nice? The color is so vivid on it. And in such good shape. And it says, wow, this is an old sticker. Finest Nevco product, Japan. Never heard of a Nevco, have you? But it's Japan. But that's beautiful with the candle and the books and the flowers and those colors. That would make a lovely display piece, wouldn't it? Now, what do we always say when we find these boxes? If only they had the recipes in them. Look at this. It's full of recipes. I mean, it is packed full of recipes and recipe cards. Look. They taped this one that they found somewhere for soda bread. We're Irish. I should probably check out that recipe. Soda bread's the bread. Let's see. Make by sponge method and nut meats to the scalded milk. And I don't know what that went to. That was strange. What else have we got? French toast. Okay, what else? Let's grab something from the back. Let's see what we get back here. What do we got? We've got sea crab apple supreme. That's odd. The tape has gotten, look, see how the tape is yellowed with the age? For delicious cold appetizer, add curry powder to an Italian dressing. Pour over drained ripe olives, refrigerate for several hours, then serve. There's no telling what the recipes are for. I bet you there's recipes in here using shortening, maybe even lard. So anyway, this beautiful wooden recipe box full of vintage recipes could be yours. If you're interested, just contact me. Send me an email. Leave me a message in the comments. We'll work something out. That's lovely. Let's see, anything else from that? No, nothing. Okay, These last couple of things I got at a Goodwill recently. This one is a modern piece, but I thought it was a great decorator item that someone might really like. It's a, one of those brown glaze ceramic. It's a sheep. Look. Take me home with you. Who knows? Anyway, it's got his blanket over him, a quilted blanket. You can see the quilt squares. Scroll work down here. He's really cute with his little sheep. He needs to be sheared, I think, with all of his wool. Fairly heavy. He's not super weighty, but he is substantial. Anyway, I thought he was great. I like these brown wash items. I've sold the tried to sell the roly-poly snowman. And my apologies if you were the lady that wanted the roly-poly snowman and I couldn't find it, but I think I know where it's at. I think it's with my Christmas decorations that I'll be getting out soon. I think I used him last year because I liked him. But I have a roly-poly angel in this glaze, and then I have a tall ceramic angel with reticulated wings, and now I've got the sheep. I like them. I like the brown glaze. I think it's very conducive to farmhouse styling and decorating, especially if you're doing a lot of white. The neutrals, they go together very well. And a little toothpick holder, unmarked, but again, I liked the glazing. It's a blue with the brown glaze highlights over it, so it looks, very antiqued. And it's not new. You can tell by the bottom and the feel of it. Probably a hobbyist piece, but I think well done, and I think someone could be happy with that. What else? Oh, I found this lovely. Isn't that great? Look at that. That's pretty color, isn't it? A good season for it too. Look, nice, huh? No markings. If you know who it is, please let me know. For me, this type of thing is really hard to find and describe, so I could use some help with identification and descriptive terms, for selling it. So give me a holler on that. It's in good shape. No rough edges, no chips, no divots. There are like a few errant little bubbles in it. Not big ones, little ones. But yeah, look at that. That's so pretty. It's like a flower, isn't it? I love that sort of thing. What else came from there? Oh, this little celadon vase. Look at that. Now, what is that descriptive term for this? It's not an urn. It's not an ur. However you say it. I don't know. It's not really a genie bottle, but celadon is so lovely and such a beautiful soft color to decorate with, and it pairs well, especially in bathrooms. I think because it's a watery color, but it's got this this scroll work around it. It's in great shape. Now it has an interesting markings on the bottom. It says Siam Celadon, wood ash glaze, handmade in Thailand. Let's see. And I've not seen that before. But look at that. Look at that. That color is wonderful. It's so pretty. I wonder what all you could put in it. So many different little things, huh? That would go in it. That's a good color look, and it goes well with my shirt. Can't wear it around with my shirt though. Alright, we are down to, two things. Let me show you my keeper. Now, I can't tell you where she comes from. She's Japan, I know that. I've seen her in my books. I can't remember which books, and I didn't have time to go looking through them right now. So you're going to have to tell me, okay? You're going to recognize her when you see her. She goes with the carolers, the Christmas carolers. So she's got her little gold bells. She plays bells. Look at that face. Is that a heart mouth or what? I mean, she's got the rosy cheeks and the little heart-shaped mouth. And she's got the little, almost like the spaghetti, a little bit but shorter, fur hat and coat. Look, it goes all the way around. She's got one little marred place there. And her beautiful green dress. Doesn't she just scream vintage Christmas? I have a couple of the little Noels. Ones that spell out Noel. I don't have all of Noel. I think I've got and but maybe I have all of them. I can't remember. Won't know till I get my Christmas stuff out. You'd think I would remember since I wanted them so badly, but maybe wanting them so badly kind of mixes in with thinking I have it or just wishing I had it, and I don't know which. But the very last thing we have is a planter, which, as you know, is one of my very favorite things to pick up. And this one is New Orleans, Japan. Look at you. Look at that elephant. Look. What is the name of that, the basket they wear on their backs to carry people in? I can't remember. But he's a beautiful gray and white elephant. Got his drapes on. Drapes. Sound like he's got curtains on. But he's, look. Isn't that lovely? Look. And the colors are great too. He is in such good condition. Especially considering that, he's got the individual feet and doesn't have a platform. So many times you see him on attached to a platform and a base. So to have the individual, and I've checked him out real good. I have a bad problem with, I buy things and I think I've really looked them over, and then I get home and I find a crack. You may remember the Lenox butterfly sugar bowl that I got with the lid. It was so sweet. I got ready to list it, and I had uploaded my pictures, and I'm going over my pictures and I'm checking them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is that a crack? What is that? So I ran and unpacked it and looked at it, and the very top of it where the rose was on the lid, at some point had broke off and someone had glued it back on. They did it really well. But then I found a little bitty place where there was some glue, and you could see the crack all the way around. And I'm as much as I hated that it had been broken, I was thankful that I didn't list it and sell it to somebody. I would have felt so bad. And what a hassle too. Look, even his ears with the pink inside of them. Even that is just nice. The eyes. I like it when they take real care to make things so lovely. Paint them in the lines, I guess you want to call it. But I really liked him. I was so drawn to him when I saw him. I couldn't believe it. I went running to him. And if you've seen videos or listen to Beth talk, you'll know I can go running for something when I see something I really like. That's it. Oops. We are done. You are about to be dismissed. But before you go, give me one more moment while I ask you to please, if you liked this video, show it. Please hit that like button. If you are so inclined, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell, and then you will know whenever I post a new video, so that you can pop over and see if it's going to be over a topic that interests you. Have a good day, and come back and visit me soon. Don't forget that like, subscribe, comment, share the video. I'm working on trying to get my subscribers up to a whole 100, so if you can help with that, I would appreciate it. Yeah, that's it. See you guys later.